Welp, here we are on YouTube. Yes.
Yeah.
We're here. We're
here. We've made it. YouTube is still here. Nathan and I are just a couple of corn dog asshat reactors. We are changing the name of the game of the reaction channel. I mean, we are just destroying the competition, Nathan. I don't think any other channel has more views than us. We are decimating the competition. And I almost kind of feel bad, actually, but
I think it's because we don't show enough cleavage.
Ooh, that would be nice. It's true. We don't have a shtick. We have
a shtick.
We do.
We're corn dog asshats.
We're two middle-aged white men. Yeah, we're so unique. Anyways, we welcome everyone to the channel, of course. We love having you here. For those that do join us, and we do have people that join us for every video, so we thank you guys. Today, we are doing a band that I've never heard of course. I don't know why I said of course, but I've never heard of these guys. They're called the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. This is a Patreon request. The individual who gave us this album tier Patreon request wants to remain anonymous. Maybe because we're embarrassing and he doesn't want to be associated with our channel, which is very fair. It's fair. The genre of this album is psychedelic rock, progressive rock, garage rock, alternative rock, and they are from Australia, much like a band that they're in the same vein of a band that we've also reviewed and reacted to that is also from Australia, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. They have a self-described, their sound is energetic mess of color and tone. So this should be an interesting listen. This is their debut album, by the way.
That's certainly what the artwork looks like on the cover.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, I'm sure. So I assume this anonymous donator, he's also a fan of King Gizzard, obviously. He said, hey, guys, you're enjoying King Gizzard's craziness. Why don't you check out these guys? Yeah, so let's... you ready?
Yeah, let's hop into Cornflake.
Porn. You probably get banned. Nice bass. Mess at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I almost started taking things too serious. I got so caught up in thinking
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's a pretty strong opening.
What does it remind you of?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like my brain was tickled with something. There was moments where it sounded a little Rage Against the Machine.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing. Just enough where I recognize where you could, but the vocals not so much. But definitely that guitar and that drum sound back, like Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave, because that's the same members, of course, so that same type of sound. So it definitely had a good drive and rock. Yeah.
They kind of picked up a riff that's a Rage Against the Machine thing, is they like stick with this kind of driving riff that, you know, pushes the song forward. So yeah, that's what I thought too. Very much. It's interesting because it's different from King Gizzard, right?
Yeah.
If you're an Australian, you go to a band with, you know, or a concert with these guys in King Gizzard, you're gonna get a different sound.
Yeah, I would say it's like heavier. Like the guitar tone is a little bit like thicker. But I love the drive-in rock beat. So this is so far so good for me. This is a good track opener. This came out 2016. This album, and it should be noted that the band members got together because of their mutual drug dealer. Said, "Hey, you guys should do a band." They all became acquainted through their mutual drug dealer.
Isn't that nice?
It's adorable, and I don't think it was like, you know, meth. It's probably just marijuana. The band, but it's just kind of a funny. And they said regarding their name, it was just they just like the words. They don't mean anything. It's just silly words strung together. You know. All right, but other than maybe the weird beginning of the name of the band and how they were formed, I think it's a strong opener for sure. So I'll be interested to see how it continues.
Okay, here we go. Cubensis lenses.
Vocal pack. Yep, you-
Yep, deep.
Whoop.
So that song got about halfway through, and then the lyrics were done. And I don't know what you thought, but I thought, oh, maybe there's a solo coming. And there was one, but it was like it's kind of buried underneath some of the other sounds. It would, I mean, I like the song. Don't get me wrong. It felt like that would have been, yeah. This is just my thoughts. I thought that solo, if you could hear that solo a little
Sure.
louder, and yeah. It's good in every other way, though. I enjoyed, like, the lyrics are great. The rhythm.
Boom, doom, 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 doom,
Yeah.
boom, doom, 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 boom.
It's another song with a like
great.
cool riff that like works, and yeah.
It does work.
Yeah.
I really like that. I think I liked it better than the first one. The first one was strong. So far it's doing well for me. I'm digging this. It's I thought I guess I envisioned more zaniness, and I'm glad I'm not.
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't mean to take
Yeah,
away
yeah.
from anything we've done. It's just good heavy driving beats and good guitar tones, good vocals. I like the vocal effects. I really enjoyed this song. I agree. Look, I'll be interested to hear if they do solo work. Maybe it's just not their thing. A lot of bands aren't really doing the solo work of the yesteryears.
Yeah.
But it's always a treat when they do. But definitely they're great with the guitar work, and yeah, I'm liking it.
And what's
Really?
the year for this?
2016. This is their
2016,
debut
okay.
album. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is called Marmalade March.
This is the explicit lyrics version.
Yeah, be careful, plug your ears.
Okay, here we go. Interesting time. It's a 3/4 time. He's playing triplets on the drums. One triplet, two triplet, three triplet, four triplet. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Great guitar work.
It's a pretty wild effect he's got on the guitar.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, certainly that sound stands out a lot for me. The sound that the effect that they've got on the guitar, that's really unique. And I think they're like they've got a slide on the guitar to get that new. Like I don't think he's like just moving his fingers. I think he might have it on a slide. Yeah, it's very cool.
Oh, okay. I'm digging this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great rock album or psychedelic rock, whatever it's called. Genres are so many, I don't know anymore. But it's like I love the I just that great. I don't know, the kind of the back and forth of it, and then the vocal effect. And I like the vocalist. I like his tone. You know, it's a little bit subdued. It's not in your face, and it's but he has a good tenor, timbre. Hey, he uses the okay. So I like it.
This has some throwbacks to the '90s, which I really like too. You know what I mean?
You and I are on the same page. I was thinking that too. There were some sounds of like early '90s from here. So for them, this would have been 15 years ago from the time of this album. But yeah, you definitely hear some '90s influence, and they were born in the '90s. We're old, Nathan. The kids in this band is quite frankly what they are compared to us. But yeah, I'm digging this. Again, this is their first album, so I wonder if this is a band that peaks up with their first album, or if our anonymous patrons like, no. If you guys like this one, I'm just gonna keep giving them to you, if that makes sense. I think they've had 4 studio albums because they have a part 2. They have Visceral part 2 that came out a few years later. So
okay,
or a year later. Okay, let's do the next one. The next one is called "And the Addled Abstraction of Being."
Okay.
Different lyrics than when we were kids from bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit more intelligent. Philosophical discussion. A little bit more prog.
Yeah,
the prog. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Even a little '70s.
Yeah.
Definitely keep me guessing.
Yeah, they're not just straightforward whatever.
I didn't see that coming.
gets through the guitars. Sounds of Australia. I love the ending. I love that ending, that jam session with the I guess the strings. I don't know if they're really strings or not, but I can't tell. I don't have the ear for it. But the string effect and the guitar, the jam, the vocal effect. It was great. What a great. That was a good song.
Yeah, it was. It's very dynamic, right? A lot of variety in that song, all in. And you took the words out of my mouth at the beginning when you're like, "Oh, it sounds like prog," and I was like, "I'm new to prog, so I'm like, I think this is prog." I wasn't sure, and then when you said, I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I guess it is." Yeah.
Well, I'm not new to it, but I'm still understanding it. And sometimes I don't know if I'm hearing it right. But prog for me essentially is like where it's not. The first two songs weren't prog, for example. Like
no.
Yeah. Okay. So this album does have a genre tag of progressive rock. So the first few songs, like, I'm not hearing anything progressive per se. And then this one kicks in, like, okay. Mm-hmm. That's where they get that. Okay. All right. So the next track is the title track of the album, and it's High Visceral.
High Visceral. All right.
High Visceral.
No lyrics available.
Might be instrumental, yeah. drum outro there.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I did not think that that's what we'd be listening to based on the even your description at the beginning of the different genres, and then the name of the band and just kind of brief checking the tracks. I thought we were in for something a lot weirder, like you said earlier, and this is actually like high level musical talent. This is great. This is great, really good stuff.
Yeah. I think we judged the book by its cover, Nathan. That was shame on us.
We judged it.
We judged it. We just thought, silly, pornographic psych crumpets, whatever they're called. No, I'm just joking. We're just so judgmental. We should just be called the Judgmental Channel.
Welp, look at these judges.
Well, we're gonna judge away. Okay, let's. All right.
Sorry.
Are you okay there? COVID. Okay. The next one's called Surfs Up. Let's see if it has a little bit of Australian surf sound to it.
Okay.
I'm a machine, I'm the vision of hostility. I'm the breadcrumbs you trail in a world you want to spill on. Safe in the thought, future's love is if you have been told to stray from your highs and idea you wish wasn't wrong. And so began the tale of a man who was mad in his brain, and he longed for a drink where he was safe and everyone else was somebody else. Visions of lust, oh, visions of lust. I'm cool in complete disarray. Visions of lust, oh, visions of lust. I'm cool in complete disarray. And so began the tale of a man who was mad in his brain, and he longed for a drink where he was safe and everyone else was somebody else.
Man, Australia's crushing it. Just
Yeah,
I was just
I know.
thinking like this is the last 4 or 5 years where bands like these guys, King Gizzard, the Murlocs, and before that, obviously, Australia. It's not like the only time Australia's ever brought any musicians.
No, we're
There's-
just in our. This is what we've experienced personally, but of course, there's much more than we know.
Yeah, and there's before that it was like In Excess, and there's other bands that I'm leaving out.
AC/DC.
AC/DC, right? So there's a long history of good music coming out of Australia, but it's really cool to see this last 5 years, 6 years of
Seems to be the same it seems to be the same kind of age group generation of kids coming out of the land down under, and I'm surprised they're able to produce any music from there, considering they're busy putting shrimps on Barbies. What else can I say? When's Crocodile Dundee Part 3 coming out?
Stop.
Enough of this good music. Give us the third Crocodile.
Yeah. We don't want any more good music. Please just give us another crappy movie.
How dare you? National treasure. Okay. The next one is called Gallop to Southport.
Okay.
Must be a place in Australia, I bet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Great. This is great. Oh. A fade out. Classic fade out.
And that had a little hint of King Gizzard in it, didn't it?
It did a little bit, I think. Yeah. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, the sound of the
That was-
guitars and the thematic a little bit. Even the the beat was slightly King Gizzard, not quite. But.
Well, sure. No, I mean, it's the same vein. I mean, there was a correlation. It's in Wikipedia. There's a correlation. So, but not a copycat at all. I mean, like I said,
No.
heavier guitar tones, deeper vocal effect. It's a deeper toned band in general. So they've turned down their. But what I love is the first two songs definitely belong together in a good way. They were great songs, but the album is going in directions I never thought. It's changing directions on me, but every direction is a positive experience. So I like that we're not just getting what we experienced for the first couple songs. We're actually getting different. It's a different experience each song.
Oh yeah, these guys like toured with King Gizzard. It'd be awesome. Like it'd be an awesome concert.
I wonder if they've probably played at some festival together. I bet or something.
Oh, I bet they have.
All right, so this next song is called. It's a long one. That's what she said. Found God in a Tomato. This one's called.
Okay. really exploring a lot of genres.
Yeah. I'm wondering where they're gonna go.
Yep.
They actually slowed it down even a little bit more. Interesting. Okay. talk about it very much, but a great bass line throughout the song. I throughout, like, I mean, all of these songs, but this one in particular. There you go. Probably, probably the best song on the album.
Yeah, you know what this one like strongly reminds me of is Jane's Addiction.
And I can see that. Yeah, they have definitely a lot of influence from the 70s, 80s, 90s. They've drawn from their own music catalog probably as teens. Yeah, I love the I love the build up type songs. I love this intro, 2-minute intro. Love it. It picks up a little bit, and then I love his vocal effect. Where he's like, I can't sing. I'm not gonna try to, but they're like, he's singing that part, and then the guitar solo in the back. Behind it is kind of echo effect of his vocal work as it's all just kind of jam, and then psychedelic at the end. You know, I loved it. This is definitely probably it's probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah. I definitely liked it too. Yeah, I put it up there as the one of the top songs in the album for sure.
Oh, we just got in our Discord chat. This is a great thing when people join us live while we record. Mushtoom is joining us. He actually just said it's their most famous song. So here we go. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. And the other songs are great. I love this album. I really do love this album. I think this is definitely going on my phone. This first album. A lot to digest, but that song right away off the bat, you're kind of like, oh, this is an epic. It was 8 minutes or 9 minutes really, and it didn't.
It went.
I wasn't
by
bored.
quick.
I wasn't bored once. You know, yeah, some songs you're like, okay.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the solo.
Here's the 3-minute outro. But no, I could have kept listening to that outro just like for another minute or two. I could have easily just been listening to that groovy swaying type. Yeah, I love that. It's a sign of a good song when it's 9 minutes long and you didn't really want it to end just yet.
Yeah.
They probably. I wonder if they make it longer even on live.
Oh yeah. I bet they do.
Yeah. All right. So the next one I feel bad for the next song. It's always worse. You're always like, yeah, I want the song that falls. That song. It's it's only 2 minutes. It's called Entropy. If it's just an instrumental, Nathan, we'll just roll right into the end.
Okay.
And the last two songs are Denmark and Van Gogh.
Okay.
Van Gogh and Gone. So it's almost like 2 songs combined, I guess. But we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, let's check it out. I figure it's kind of like a segue sounds.
Yeah. You muted.
So yeah, it's just like a segue track.
Yeah. It's like you ginger between pieces of sushi. It's a palate cleanser.
True. Here's the album closer. Here we go.
What's the last
Denmark.
song?
This last song, Denmark, and then Van Gogh and Van Gone. Or sorry, Van Gogh.
It's a weird audio effect.
Yeah, I thought that was my speakers at first.
Nope.
And I'm a creep.
I'm a weirdo.
keyboard effect.
Yeah.
That was a great ending. I mean, the beginning was fine. I was like, okay. I figured they might go a little bit slow with the outro. I was thinking maybe they should have closed that other song that we loved as an album closer. You know, kind of like their Rocket Queen for Appetite. You know, a big, strong closer.
Mm-hmm.
This was a nice closer, though. This really does. It's a very good that outro again. The outro, I guess, the Van Gogh and Gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably that part there where it's that nice, trippy guitar work. The crescendo of the keys, and I'm legit, Nathan. This was a very good album.
Yeah, very surprisingly, like this came out of nowhere, in terms of like understand. Like, I guess what I was thinking about in this last one was, this is what I like. 5-10 years ago, in my mind, I said, I wonder if music is changing much. You know,
Sure.
Are people actually innovating, or are they just kind of rehashing the same thing over and over again?
Sure.
And that's part of my ignorance. It's part of why I didn't really look much into music.
Well, we gave up.
Yeah, I think we just kind of gave up.
Right, yeah.
And
they're not making music anymore. These kids these days. Yeah, well, I think every generation kind of feels that way, but it really
Sure.
did start to feel that way. Like even musicians were saying rock is dead. You know, it kind of felt
Mhm.
like, and I say rock. You know, like the guitar, bass, drum type bands. You know, that's what I
Sure.
mean by rock. Like
Yeah.
these live type acts that are actually creating their own music.
But this is evidence to me that the new music can happen, and that this is new. This is not a sound that I can go, hey, yeah, that's that sound. You know that sound. This is something different, and I really like it. Yeah.
I do too, and I wish we could thank publicly the individual that gave us this album to listen to on our Patreon, but we'll let him know.
The person knows who he or she is.
He knows who it is. All right, this was great. Thank you so much. We truly enjoyed it, and I hope our other listeners, who maybe are even fans of some of the bands that we've reacted to but never checked these guides, enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
Come join our Discord. Come join our Facebook or Twitter. You name it. We're out there. Talk to us. You can interact with. We'll send you feet pictures of ourselves. I don't know why I said that. Sorry.
I will not send you feet pictures.
My wife's looking at me like, what in the world are you talking about? Nothing, honey. It's just a side hustle. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Just feeding the kids.
They're just, yeah, that's right. We're feeding the kids. I don't know if we should. Okay, so let's. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Well, until next time.
Well, we'll see you on the next one.